my Hell in a Cell 2016 predictions. Let's jump straight into it. Why did I go fucking cockney in? Fatty hell, son. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Jamie Hughes Show. My name as always is Jamie Hughes and today I'm giving you my Hell in a Cell 2016 predictions. Let's jump straight into it with the pre-show. As I say, don't normally do the pre-shows, but this one's been announced before the actual show, so I'm going to do it anyway. And that is Cedric Alexander, Lince Dorado and Sin Cara versus Drew Gulak, Tony Nese and Ariya Daivari. And I think that the babyface is going to win this. I think it's going to be Cedric Alexander, Lince Dorado and Sin Cara that are going to win this. So I'm not going to speculate and overthink this one too much. I think that, it's good that the Cruiserweights are getting some time on a pay-per-view, even though it is only the pre-show. But, yeah, babyfaces are going to win this one. I see Cedric Alexander getting the win as well. Okay, moving on to the main show, and the first match I'm going to predict is Bayley versus Dana Brooke, and I'm not even going to talk about this, because Bayley has to win. Surely, 1,000% Bayley is going to win this one. It'd be ridiculous if she never, so Bayley for the win. Okay, and next up, it is Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. And it's nice to see these two teams getting like a decent booking, getting a decent match. They can show off what they're good at, which is mainly like Enzo getting thrown around and Big Cass coming in with a hot tag. But I think that's going to work well with the dynamic of Gallows and Anderson. I think Gallows and Anderson can, even if they lose here, which I think they will, they can look really, really dominant and then like kind of get overthrown by Big Cass. But I think Enzo and Cass win this one. Oh, Hell in a Cell! It's time for the tag team champions. The New Day, Big E, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods to face the team of Cesaro, Sheamus and Cesaro. And as much as I want to see Sheamus and Cesaro win this, because it would be great to see them like be the tag team champions, I don't think the New Day are giving it up yet. I think that they're going until at least Survivor Series. I think they're going to beat Demolition's record. It seems like that's the only reason they're keeping the belts on at the minute, is to beat Demolition's record. And I think they're at like 430 now, so I don't think they've got too long left. I think it's like 30, 40 days or so. So yeah, I think that they're keeping it to at least Survivor Series, if not maybe like a little bit later on, maybe Royal Rumble, maybe drop them there. But yeah, New Day retain for me here. Okay, next up it's the Cruiserweight Championship match. TJ Perkins, the champion, versus the challenger Brian Kendrick. And these guys almost kind of need to put on a good match because I think the Cruiserweight division is not doing as well as maybe the WWE officials thought they would. And these are two great workers, like, don't get me wrong, but I think maybe it is time to give, I've heard other people say this, I think it's time to give Kendrick the belt because he is like he's a well-known character. He was in WWE before, so people like recognize and resonate with him. And I genuinely think he is like the best performer of the Cruiserweights. His story in the Cruiserweight Classic was great. If they can now play on that a bit more if he wins, I think that would be great and it would invest people more. So yeah, I think for the benefit of the Cruiserweight division, Brian Kendrick has to win this one. Okay, and now we move on to the first of the trio of Hell in a Cell matches. This one is the United States Championship match against Roman Reigns and Rusev. And if I'm being honest, I think this is the only Hell in a Cell match that deserves a Hell in a Cell match because it's been I think it's been a pretty good story. It's been like consistently well. It's kept me invested. Like, I know a lot of people didn't like it, but what they did at SummerSlam I thought was great. And it got me invested in the feud with the no contest at all, and it's built really well. And I like the whole thing with like Meet the Rusevs last week. That was brilliant on Raw. So yeah, I like Roman Reigns is retaining, right? There's no way around this. He's not going to drop the belt this soon. But I think a brutal Rusev here could do wonders for Rusev's character. Like he's already brutal, but if he can like throw Reigns around, like destroy him and really like sort of get some heel heat on him. Like I know he's gonna be cheered out of the two, but if he can like almost like it could almost be like a double turn that's not a double turn. If you can get Rusev doing these diabolical things to Reigns and then Reigns overcome him, you might actually get some people cheer for Reigns. But yeah, Reigns is retaining here no matter what. Okay, and next up it is the Universal title match between Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. Straight out of the bat, I think Owens retains, and I think there's going to be some sort of outside interference inside the cell. I think you're going to get Jericho. He's not booked to do anything at the Hell in a Cell, so like he's going to be there and he's going to cause some mischief. I don't know if he's going to get into the cell or whether something's going to happen on top of the cell, but I think something's going to happen between maybe Triple H gets involved as well, but I think Jericho definitely gets involved. Maybe Triple H. And maybe we see a big cell spot with Rollins or Owens. Who knows? But yeah, I think Rollins is going to lose. I think Owens retains here. Okay, now moving on now to the main event, and it gives me a great sense of joy to say that the women are main event in Hell in a Cell. Do I think they deserve a Hell in a Cell match? That is a different kettle of fish, and I'll try and explain that while I go for this. It's going to be like not a mini rant against the women, because I love the women, but just a mini rant against the WWE and the way that this Hell in a Cell match has been portrayed. I haven't seen the Go Home Raw, so I'm not sure if this changes, but it just kind of feels like it's like a token match now. Like they're like, oh, let's put the women in the Hell in a Cell because it's like the first time ever, and it's gonna be really cool for the women. But at the same time, they've like. We know what Sasha and Charlotte are like as performers. They're going to want to do something that steals the show. I know that there's been rumours of the moonsault spot from the top of the cell, which has been shut down. But if they do that, then I will eat my words and I will shut up. But it just kind of feels like they can get away with having this as like the first ever cell match for women. But it's just a cage surrounding the ring. Like they can have a match inside the ring and nothing can happen in and around the cell. And I think that needs to happen. I think there needs to be like more than just a couple of throws into the cell. I probably sound like really like odd when I say that. Like I can't describe how this makes me sound, but I feel like they need to do something big to make this match feel special because there's 3 Hell in a Cell matches on the card. They need to the women need to go out there and steal the show. Like they need to do something big, and that's like kind of how I feel it has to go. I know it's gonna be a great match anyway, whether it's all stays inside the ring or not. But they just need to do something big to stamp their mark on it. It can't just be, oh, this is the first women's Hell in a Cell match, but we're not going to do anything actually inside the confines of the cell. And I hope I eat my words on Sunday. Personally, how I felt it should have gone, they should have left this feud running. And at WrestleMania, we should have seen a ladder match because I think Charlotte can do the moonsault from the top of the ladder. You get so many cool ladder spots. I think that, that's in my opinion, a little bit of fantasy booking the way it should have gone. But I see Charlotte retain. I see Sasha Banks retaining here. I think she can't lose here. I know there's this whole like straight pay-per-view wins in Charlotte, but I think Sasha Banks retains, and I want to see some big old spots. I want stuff to make me cringe when they get hurt. Like they want to be as good as the men. This is their chance to go and prove it. And that's where I'm going to end this mini rant. What do you think is going to happen at Hell in a Cell? Who do you think is going to win? Are we going to see any new champions? What do you think about the women's Hell in a Cell match? Do you think it was the right decision? I mean, it's the right choice. That's what I mean. I don't want to sound like I'm bagging on the women. I think it's great that they're getting this opportunity, but they need to do something to prove and step up here that they can, it's not just a token match that they're putting them in. They need to create something special. So yeah, that is it. Let me know what you think is going to happen as always down in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, please like, comment, subscribe and share, and I will see you in the very next episode